This live broadcast of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is brought to you thanks to the support from Generations Bank, Little John Orthodontics, Bill Graham Chevrolet, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Finger Lakes Construction, Red's Place, Ferrara Lumber, Jimmer's Auto and Stevens Garage, Penny's Place Restaurant, the Seneca Falls Country Club, the Ullman Theater, FingerLakes1.com, Digital Marketing, and Aflac Supplemental Insurance.
It's Championship Saturday on FingerLakes1.com. We're live inside Rush Henrietta High School here in Henrietta, New York for two games today here in the Section 5 Girls Basketball Championship Saturday. Game one will feature the Class C2 final between the Red Jacket Indians and the South Seneca Falcons. Then we'll get offline, come back at about 4:30, quarter of 5 for the Mid-Lakes Bath Haverling Class B final. Over at the Blue Cross Arena right now, we have another crew. Brendan Harrington and Tanya Robinson are live for the Wayne Northeast Douglas Boys Class A2 final. And then at 4 o'clock on Finger Lakes 1 Radio 2, it will be Clyde Savannah taking on Honeoye for the Boys Class D1 Championship. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jim Sinacropi alongside Minders Girls Varsity Head Coach Jerry Anderson. And Coach, I'm sure you'd rather be playing today, but still, it's so exciting, these championship games in Section 5.
It is. This is a great day, great venue here in Rush Henrietta, and I'm looking forward to two excellent games with the Finger Lakes represented very well.
So, game one, South Seneca Red Jackets, an all Finger Lakes West final in C2. Just a couple of days ago, we were at Honeoye Falls Lima High School, where we saw this Red Jacket team in a mild upset of Bloomfield, but they really took it to them, blew them right out. We also saw South Seneca just roll into this finals with a big win over Oakfield, Alabama, the 1 seed. So here we are, South Seneca coming off 2 straight Final Four trips, a state championship 2 years ago, going for their 3rd straight sectional title, and then Red Jacket looking for their 1st sectional title since 1997. A little bit of a dark horse, and just looking at this game from that perspective, you think Red Jacket has to be a bit of an underdog and maybe a little bit nervous here.
Yeah, absolutely. So, South Seneca brings back a lot of experience over those last 2 teams playing in the sectional finals as well as the state Final Fours and championship game. Red Jacket, I expect Red Jacket to be nervous playing in this arena sectional final game, but they did split with South Seneca this year.
Yeah.
So, that should give some confidence to the girls from Red Jacket, and I look forward to a great game, a great game.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the way Red Jacket handled the physical play from Bloomfield, and really that was a team that had beaten them twice in the regular season. They were the Finger Lakes West champions, and Red Jacket just cruised in the second half to an easy win to find themselves here today in this Class C2 final. South Seneca, on the other hand, we mentioned these two teams have met. They split in the regular season. Back on December 5th, Red Jacket defeated South Seneca 55-44. And then when they traveled back to the Jack Guinan Arena on January 11th, it was South Seneca with an easy 58-38 win. And you guys played this South Seneca team, the Minders girls, back in December, and pretty much cruised to an easy victory that game. But to me, after watching South Seneca play against Oakfield, Alabama, they look like they've improved so much since December.
Absolutely. This team does not look like the same team we played back in, December. Look much more mature, much more composed. And what I was really impressed about the other night was their half-court execution, because they've traditionally been an up-tempo team that really creates their offense off of their defense. And, 3/4 of that game, they executed flawlessly in the half-court set.
Yeah, they were fun to watch, and of course, one reason maybe and I've been saying it all year, that they were going to get better as the year goes on, because there's a new dynamic out there. They lose from those great state Final Four teams, Kelsey Shawless, Emily Lavarnway, who was a state pentathlon champion, Mackenzie Kenyon, and Bailey Mingus. Those 4 girls form the core of those teams. But what they've left behind is a bit of a winning tradition, and following in their footstep, we have more Shawless sisters. Skylar Shawless, of course, was along for the ride on both those state Final Four trips, but her younger sister, Logan Shawless, is a 9th grader who's her first year on varsities this year, and she was really impressive against Oakfield.
You know, she was, and coming out to start that game, I think she knocked down 3 or 4 3-pointers in the first half, and she had a stone cold look on her face. She was not shaken by the moment at all. Looked very composed and mature. Played well beyond her years.
And a couple other key pieces for South Seneca. Jenna McDonald, she did play at Hudson Valley Community College last year on that state Final Four team, but she's taken on a much bigger role. And then Jade Parsons, tasked with replacing Emily Lavarnway in the center position. And I mentioned Lavarnway, a tremendous athlete, but in a lot of ways, Jade Parsons has maybe a better all-around basketball player. Nobody could replace Emily Lavarnway's athleticism, but Jade Parsons having a fantastic year.
Yeah, absolutely. So she's probably one of the keys to South Seneca's success today, and it's going to be a big matchup between her and I would venture to say probably Sarah Van Aken. There's a big size difference there in Parsons' favor, but Van Aken's athleticism will match up fairly well there. So I'm looking for that matchup to be key to the game, as well as the matchup between Kelsey Shawless and Sydney Close.
So this Red Jacket team, decidedly a young team. Their best players still will be back next year. But I think it kind of, the two girls that you mentioned are really the ones that are going to determine Red Jackets' chances today in this championship game. Sydney Close, just a 4'11" sophomore who has 4 years on varsity, but don't sleep on her because of her size. She can shoot it, she can handle it, and she's really the floor general for these Indians.
Yeah, that size discrepancy is a discrepancy on paper. Sydney's played basketball for a long time, so she knows how to play at that size. She can get in the lane, she can get her shot off. Excellent three-point shooter. What it's going to come down to for Red Jacket and Sydney is protecting the ball, limiting the turnovers, because I do expect South Seneca to put a lot of pressure on the ball.
And we were both really impressed with Sarah Van Aken, 5'9" junior, 3 years on varsity. The other night in that win against Bloomfield, she was taking a lot of physical abuse, just kept getting up and kept coming back for more, finishing with 16 points in that win. And they're going to need her athleticism, I think, to run with South Seneca today.
Absolutely, and the athleticism is off the charts with her. I mean, when you watch her get off the floor for rebounds, she goes and attacks the ball, and that doesn't happen in a lot of girls' games with a lot of players.
So, as I mentioned, Red Jacket going for their first sectional championship since the Class C title of 1997. South Seneca looking for their 3rd straight league title and their 3rd straight sectional title. South Seneca, one of just 3 schools to have won, one of 2 schools I think it is, to have won 5 straight boys sectional championships at one point in their history and 5 straight girls. So they're now, with a chance to win 3 in a row. That's almost unheard of nowadays.
Yeah, the history, with South Seneca is off the charts. You look back at the boys program and the history with Coach Guinan in years past, and then, the history with the girls program. Everett Babcock did a great job prior to Coach Mott. Coach Mott takes over and keeps the tradition going.
So the teams are now at their benches. We're getting ready for starting lineups. The Red Jacket Indians come in as the 7th seed at 18-5. They finished 3rd in the Finger Lakes West this year. They'll be wearing their road reds with white trim up the side, a white stripe up the side, white lettering, and black trim around that white lettering. For the South Seneca Lady Falcons, they'll be in their home whites with black and yellow highlights, yellow lettering, black trim around that lettering. Lady Falcons across the front. Red Jacket with Indians across the front. South Seneca finished 2nd in the Finger Lakes West this year to Bloomfield and come in as the 4th seed in C2. They're currently at 19-4, and it's a very loud gymnasium here at Rush Henrietta right now, especially when that PA system is going. And it was just packed as we saw Pittsford Mendon defeat Canandaigua in the Class A1 championship earlier. Of course, there's games all day long. The Class C2 title straight ahead, and then we'll be back online about 4:45 for the Mid-Lakes girls against Bath Haverling in the Class B final. There's bleachers on both sides of the court. We are on the baseline. To our left, we have the South Seneca faithful filling up about 75% of the bleachers, and to the right, Red Jackets really turned out a big sea of red behind the players and the score table to our right. So we're announcing starting lineups for Red Jacket. It'll be Sydney Close, the 4'11 sophomore, Mackenzie Shardle at 5'5", also a sophomore, Olivia Spencer, a 5'6 senior, Mallory Duty, a 5'8 senior, and then Sarah Van Aken, the 5'9 junior with 3 years varsity experience. And for the South Seneca Lady Falcons, starting will be Jenna McDonald, the 5'4 junior, Skylar Shawless in her senior campaign at 5'6", Logan Shawless, Skylar's sister, just a freshman at 5'7", Emma Fletcher just being announced, also a freshman at 5'4", and Jade Parsons, a junior, at 6 foot even. And so a nice mix on both these teams of some senior leadership and some underclassmen. A sign of a good program, I think.
Absolutely. There's balance up and down, right? Most of this team is going to be back. Most of both of these teams will be back next year, and I expect both these teams to compete every year in the West.
So, Heather Mott will coach, head coach of the South Seneca Lady Falcons. George Hotchkiss, coach of the Red Jacket Indians. And we're just moments away from the opening tip. Got an update from the Blue Cross Arena right now. At halftime, it is Wayne 26, Northeast Douglas Prep 21 in the boys Class A2 final that you can hear live on Finger Lakes 1 Radio 2. As we simulcast here from Rush Henrietta, Wayne was up 20-10 after 1, but Northeast Douglas kind of locked them down. Their only points from the field in the second quarter was a Tommy Bolt 3. As we get ready now for basketball here, it's the Class C2 Section 5 Girls Basketball Championship game here on FingerLakes1.com. Glad you could be with us. Freddie the Falcons in the arena. One of the best mascots in Section 5, and it will be Sarah Van Aken jumping center against Jade Parsons. Ball's in the air. Tip over the head of Sydney Close and out of bounds, and it will be South Seneca ball to start the game. South Seneca will be moving away from us here in the first half from our vantage point along the baseline. Red Jacket will be coming towards us. The Red Jacket bench on the far side from us, and the South Seneca bench to our right. South Seneca basketball is Jenna McDonald passing it around the outside to Skylar Shaw. Skips it back to McDonald. McDonald tries a long jump shot off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Skylar Shawless, back out to Fletcher. Fletcher takes a couple dribble and loses it. Sydney Close with a basketball for Red Jacket. And she will pull it up and get it back out top to Olivia Spencer. Now she plays catch with Close. A skip way up top, and a three from Spencer on the way, no good. And the battle for the rebounds controlled by Parsons, but her foot was on the baseline right in front of us. It'll be Red Jacket basketball.
Hey Jim, you see both teams opening up in 2-3 zones, so both teams settle for outside shots in their first possession.
And the inbound pass goes to Shardo, who tries a jump shot from the foul line, no good. Rebounded by Shawless, outletted to Jenna McDonald. Here comes Jenna McDonald on the right side of the court, into the middle, kicks it back out to Skylar Shawless, who now gets it over to her sister Logan. Into the corner for McDonald, and with 17 to shoot, they skip it way up top to Shawless, who drives off the glass with the right hand, and good. A little running right-hander for the senior, Skylar Shawless, gives South Seneca a 2-0 lead. Now it's Sarah Van Aken with the basketball, left side, foul line extended, skips it way over to Sydney Close. Now into the corner to Duty, back to Close. Drives the lane, lets her runner go. No good. Rebound hauled in by Jade Parsons. Outlet it to Emma Fletcher. Here comes Fletcher down the left side of the court. And she lets it go from the left side. No good. Gets her own rebound, but her putback is blocked by Van Aken. Here comes Van Aken right back at us. Bounce pass over to Spencer. And about a 16-foot jumper finds nothing but the bottom of the net. 2-2. Logan Shawless now quickly the other way against Red Jacket full court pressure. Bounce pass to Parson. One dribble, left-handed layup. Good in the foul. So I was interested to see if Red Jacket would press South Seneca like they did Bloomfield the other night, and they were, and it has resulted here in a transition bucket for Jay Parsons.
South Seneca handled that pressure really well, taking the ball off the sidelines and then looking for that opposite wing on a bounce pass.
And Parsons gets the friendly roll on the free throw, and it's 5-2. That foul charge to Sarah Van Aken, her first. Red Jacket breaks the full court pressure from South Seneca. And Duty skips it to Close. Close dribbles with the left hand and gets it back to Spencer. Hands it to Close. And they get it to Duty in the corner for a three ball, no good. Rebounded by the freshman Logan Shawless. And she pushes it up court to Jenna McDonald, who now pulls it back out top to Logan. Back to McDonald. And back to Logan, swinging it over to the other side to Skyler. Skips it way up top to McDonald in front of the Red Jacket bench. And the Lady Falcons playing catch now. Emma Fletcher lofts it into Parsons, kicks it back out to Skyler Shawless. Tries a three, it's way short and off the hands of Sarah Van Aken. Nope, they're going to say it was off Parsons. So now South Seneca sets up for some pressure. They don't go full court, they go about three-quarter court. But when they actually go right over the top of everybody to Duty, now to Van Aken. And Van Aken tripped up, no call. Great save by Alexis Gardner. Crashes right into our broadcast table. Looks like she's okay. Wow. Alexis Gardner.
Great hustle on the play by Alexis Gardner.
Junior checking into the game. And now South Seneca coming quickly the other way. And we have a foul.
Yeah, just breaking the Red Jacket pressure with ease.
So Jenna McDonald will have a couple of free throws as we had to reset up our equipment here. Alexis Gardner just slammed right into our table. McDonald's first shot, no good. The foul charge to Mallory Duty, her first. And we got a 30-second timeout called by Indians coach George Hotchkiss. And gee, Jerry, I shouldn't say I'm surprised, but I was wondering if Red Jacket was going to try to turn this into more of a half-court game, but it looks like they want to run.
You know, I think that says something to the Red Jacket half-court offense. I think Coach Hotchkiss is probably a little more comfortable pushing the tempo, making the game a little sloppier. But South Seneca has done a great job handling the pressure. They've gotten 2 or 3 great shots off of the break.
And Jenna McDonald to the free throw line for her second as a result of their handling of the pressure. She missed the first. Second one is no good as well, so it's rebounded here by Olivia Spencer, and she's pushing it right up the court. Kicks it out to Close. Close tries a three ball. It's way short, and the rebound tipped around and controlled by Skylar Shawless. Outletted to Emma Fletcher, driving the left side of the lane, off the glass too hard, out of bounds, back to Red Jacket.
You know, I like the way South Seneca is attacking the rim, not settling for the outside shots.
Inbound to Close as she approaches and throws over the top of that South Seneca pressure. Again, this time to Duty. And now a little entry pass at the foul line to Sarah Van Aken, and she's fouled. And I think they may have got Skylar Shawless. No, they got Emma Fletcher. So first foul of the afternoon on the Lady Falcons is Gardner inbounds underneath her own basket, way up top to Duty. And they kick it over to Spencer. Back to Close, foul line to Van Aken. She lets a little running hook go, no good. And Parsons controls the rebound. Gets it to Logan.
Little off balance on the shot.
And up ahead to McDonald. They beat the pressure across half court, and Skylar kicks it down to Emma Fletcher, who tries a left-handed three ball. It's no good, but the rebound corralled by Jenna McDonald. Back out to Fletcher, and she tries now from 15 feet and hits from the baseline. 7-2, Lady Falcons lead. Looking for their third straight sectional championship under Coach Mott.
South Seneca's doing a great job of controlling the boards right now.
And what kind of defense we got here, Jerry? Looks like a 2-3
little
zone.
2-3, yep.
Wings extended, and Sydney Close drives the baseline against Logan Chalice, and Logan rejects it out of bounds. And now we have Chardell checking back into the game for Griffin. And the entry pass goes high up to Sarah Van Aken. Tough shot off the glass for Van Aken, and she's on the board. And she's fearless, taking it up against those bigger players. Now, quickly the other way comes South Seneca, and Jenna McDonald, off a great pass from Chalice, lays it in for the layup. And it's 9-4. Red Jacket again, no trouble with that. South Seneca pressure so far. Mallory Duty, bounce pass over to Chardell. Chardell works against Chalice at the top of that zone. Now up top to Close, into the corner for Van Aken. Van Aken lets a three ball go. It's way too hard though as the shot clock expires, and it's rebounded by Logan Chalice. She tries to push it up to Emma Fletcher, but off of Fletcher's hands and out of bounds. And it's 9-4 with 2:56 to go here in the first period.
So South Seneca has switched their defense up to a 3-2, looking to defend the perimeter.
And they've got Parsons and Logan Chalice down on the blocks of that 3-2. And Jenna McDonald up at the point. Emma Fletcher on the left, Skylar Chalice on the right as Red Jacket works it around the perimeter now. Sydney Close finds Duty at the free throw line. One dribble, bounce pass to Van Aken, tip to Close. Close bounce pass to Brooklyn Haney into the ball game. And Chardell leaves it for Van Aken. Van Aken tries another three, and it's another air ball from about the same spot. And it's out of bounds on the baseline to Red Jacket. So
yeah, I think you see some nerves from the Red Jacket girls. I think they just got to, relax, get the composure, and they should be all set.
Only 4 seconds to shoot as the ball did not hit the rim. Ball inbounded way up top to Brooklyn Haney. 3 seconds. Van Aken left open for three, though. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Chalice. She's dribbling the other way, and she's fouled by Brooklyn Haney about midcourt, which is probably a good foul because Skylar was on her way for a breakaway layup there once she got by Haney. So lucky to get that shot off with only 4 seconds left, but couldn't get the roll. Now Skylar tries a three ball. It's no good. Rebounded by Mallory Duty, and it looks like Parsons fouled her.
Yeah, I don't know that I like that call. It looked like she went straight up. I don't think there was any contact. No, we don't have the best vantage point either.
Yeah, we're way down at the other end. That is the first foul on Jade Parsons. And Alyssa Fletcher, the freshman, one of the 3 Fletcher sisters, triplets, is into the ball game. And looks like Haley might have traveled, but instead she turns it over. Now, other way, McDonald up to Chalice, layup, up and in. 11-4, Falcons lead. And they break the pressure again to the Indians. Now into the corner. Brooklyn Haney, 3 ball short. Gets her own rebound, though. Out to Sydney Close for 3. Back iron, no good. And big rebound by Parsons in traffic. Outletted to Jenna McDonald. McDonald crossover to the right side. Lays it up off the glass. And in. 13-4, South Seneca.
They're just doing a great job of pushing the ball up the floor. Red Jacket is not transitioning back well.
And we got another timeout as Coach Mott is out onto the court to greet her team. And yeah, 13-4, and Red Jackets handling the pressure, but South Seneca still able to get out in transition and score.
They are. They're doing a good job of handling the initial pressure, but they're rushing their shots. They haven't taken many shots on balance or high percentage shots.
So Freddie the Falcon now works the sideline to our left in front of the South Seneca fans. Now he's headed out into the concourse. He decidedly won a showdown between the Oakfield, Alabama Hornet during our game the other night. I don't know if you caught that. You were calling the game with
Dave
Barnick, but it wasn't even close. You can check that on our video replay. Should remind you, too, we will have full video replays streaming live all day Sunday from all 4 games that we're covering here on Championship Saturday on FingerLakes1.com. Across the way, across town over in the Blue Cross Arena right now, Brendan Harrington and Tani Robinson are bringing you that Wayne Northeast Douglas A2 final. At 4 o'clock, they'll have the Clyde Savannah boys against Honeoye. And then here at 4:45 p.m., we'll be back on the air for Middle Lakes Bath Haverly. But it's 13-4. South Seneca leads right now in this Class C2 title game. Red Jacket basketball. A little more pressure, trapping pressure for the Lady Falcons defense as the ball knocked out of bounds right in front of us. And it stays with Red Jacket with 15 seconds to shoot on the shot clock, 1:15 to go in the quarter. And Jade Parson checks out as Leah Fletcher. So we've got all 3 Fletcher twins now at the game at one point, 2 of them in the game right now.
That would be 3 triplets.
Triplets, right. And Duty, 3-ball, air ball, put back though by Sarah Van Aken.
And that's where you see her athleticism just rising over the defender.
Just sneaky tough. She was really not in position to get that rebound or make that shot, but she did both. And now a drive along the baseline for Fletcher, too hard, rebounded by Shardle. And with 51 seconds left, Shardle dribbles through the South Seneca defenders and all the way across half court herself. Gets it over to Sydney Close, wide open for a 3-ball, but it's too hard. Rebounded by Mallory Duty, out to Van Aken for a 3 at the top of the key, no good. And this time Skylar Shawless grabs it, but Close strips it from her. And then as Close tried to hit a streaking Duty in the paint, it went off a Lady Falcons foot and out of bounds. And with it's 38-34 after 3 quarters in that Wayne final. Wayne trying to hold on, win their 2nd straight sectional title as Sydney Close drives through the lane and loses the basketball. Jenna McDonald on the floor, but Close gets it back. And now with 17 to shoot and about 1 second differential between the shot and game clock, they get it into Van Aken. She misses, but Shardo puts it back up and in. 8 seconds to go, 13-8, South Seneca leads. They push it up. 4 seconds. Jenna McDonald with it. Lets her runner fly from the top of the key. It's no good. Rebounded by Logan Shawless. And at the end of 1 period of play here at Rush Henrietta in the girls Class C2 title game, your score, South Seneca 13, Red Jacket 8. We're going to step aside to hear from the great sponsors that make our coverage possible.
Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? The private student loan available through Generations Bank can be the answer to your funding needs. Learn more online at mygenbank.com or call 315-568-5855. Generations Bank, with locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app or visit them online at mygenbank.com. Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each patient through their orthodontic care. They utilize the latest technological advances in the orthodontic industry, including digital scanning and Invisalign. Dr. Rod Littlejohn is proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out their website at littlejohnortho.com. Bill Cram Chevrolet on Route 5 and 20 between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, where your car buying is fast, fun, and easy. Mention you saw them on FingerLakes1.com and receive a $250 credit to use towards the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Browse their inventory at BillCramChevrolet.com or stop in and see why you'll save plenty on 5 and 20 with Bill Cram Chevrolet.
Second quarter underway here. Red Jacket starts with the basketball. They've got 12 to shoot on this first possession, and they find Olivia Spencer at the top of the key. 3-ball, no good. Big rebound by Duty, though, for a shot clock. Back out top, Spencer drives. Looks like she traveled.
Yeah, one extra step there.
And as I'm sure you can hear, pretty boisterous, loud environment here at Rush Henrietta High School, home of the Royal Comets and the annual host for these championship games. 3-ball on the way now from Fletcher's no good, but rebounded by Logan Shawless.
And Red Jackets switched the defense up to a 1-2-2 half-court trap.
And Skylar had it on the block, gets it out to Jenna McDonald, who rattles home a 3-ball. 7 points for McDonald, 16-8. And Coach, you were mentioning to me during the break, South Seneca owning the boards.
Yeah, they had a 12-4 rebounding edge in that first quarter.
And a steal near midcourt by Jenna McDonald. Coming the other way, left-handed layup rolls around and in.
Great left-handed finish by Jenna McDonald.
10-point lead, biggest of the ball game for the Lady Falcons. And now 3-ball on the way from Sydney Close. Unlucky, it was online just a little too hard. Long rebound comes out to Close though, and the Red Jackets get another chance, and entry pass to Sarah Van Aken. She's bumped. As Charlotte and Spencer check out, Gardner and Elizabeth LaBombard into the ball game, and the foul tag to Skylar Shawless, her first. Alexis Gardner inbounding on the baseline to our right. Gets it over to LaBombard. She was wide open for the 3.
You know, it was a good decision, I think. I think she knows what her strengths are, and it wasn't a 3-point shot that she takes.
Van Aken drives, gets it to Duty. Gardner tries a 3 top of the key, no good. And Red Jacket cannot find the touch from deep here in the first half, but Sydney Close penetrates and throws a floater that rolls off the rim. And it's rebounded by the Lady Falcons, and it's Jenna McDonald over to Skylar Shawless. Shawless back to McDonald. Skip over to Logan in the corner. And they find Fletcher at the foul line. Couple dribbles, entry pass to Parsons. Parsons in traffic, no good. Gets her own rebound though and puts it up and in. 5 points for Parsons, 20-8. Falcons lead. Wow! Sarah Van Aken just got way up in the air and took it right at Jade Parsons, missed the shot. Parsons went down hard.
Yeah, that call could have gone either way. Jade did a nice job of trying to get position. She was just a little late making that slide, but again, you see Van Aken's athleticism.
And that's the second foul on Jade Parsons as Van Aken misses the first free throw. And we have Shardo coming back into the game for Mallory Duty for Red Jacket, and Van Aken will try a second free throw, and that one rattles out, and it's rebounded by Skylar Shawless up to Fletcher.
Travel there.
And Fletcher fouled by Van Aken. That should be 2 on Sarah Van Aken. So 2 fouls on Jade Parsons for South Seneca, 2 fouls on Sarah Van Aken for Red Jacket. Both remain in the ball game here with 5:35 to go in the second quarter. Skylar Shawless into the corner for Jenna McDonald. Dribbles with the right hand, crosses to the left, tries to penetrate. Instead gets to Logan for a corner 3. Air ball way too hard, rebounded by Emma Fletcher. And now Shawless tries a 17-foot jumper off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Red Jacket. Alexis Gardner doing a good job handling the basketball. She kicks it to Van Aken, playing with those 2 fouls, and they leave it for Sydney Close. Over in front of the bench, it goes to Gardner, now back to Close. Sharda with 7 to shoot. Gardner has it, top of the key, 5 to shoot. I'm not sure if she knows. She drives baseline, gets it up in the air, and it's an air ball, but Parsons rebounds it before the shot clock goes off. And we have a timeout, Coach Heather Mott. And to be a full timeout, Coach Heather Mott today wins for the 5th consecutive year, along with Tim Jackson on the boys' side, the Best Dressed Award.
Hands down for both of them.
Yeah.
There's no competition there.
So Heather today wearing the black tights and the white and black dress, high heels. And Coach Hotchkiss in the more traditional khaki slacks and black Red Jacket golf shirt with red highlights.
Yeah, Coach Jackson and Coach Mott, they could double as GQ models.
Yeah, it's fun. I always get excited to see what they're going to wear. Of course, Coach Jackson will arrive to the gymnasium in blue jeans and a sweater and then change with his team into the three-piece suit with a sharp tie. And we'll see what he's wearing in the Blue Cross Arena later today when the Golden Eagles take on Honeoye. A lot of people think this Clyde team has state tournament aspirations.
I would be one of those people as well.
In Class D1. So back in action now. It's Emma Fletcher losing control. And now it's Shardo coming the other way. Stops and pulls up in front of Jenna McDonald. Misses. Rebounded by Shawless. She pushes it way up ahead to Emma Fletcher. Fletcher to the basket. Left-handed layup, no good, but she's fouled. Foul goes to LaBombard. And it'll be 2 shots coming for Emma Fletcher, the lefty. First shot off the sidearm, no good. Really both teams struggling from the three-point line and the field early. Second free throw, good. Biggest lead of the game for South Seneca now, 13, 21-8. 4:22 to go in the first half. And South Seneca extending that pressure up to near midcourt, trapping at the top of that, what looks to be a 3-2 zone. Into the foul line to Shardo, bounce pass to LaBombard, and the ball, they got Skylar Shawless with a foul. That's going to be Shawless' second. Blocking foul on the baseline. That's a situation, Jerry, where she dribbled it off of Skylar's leg. They would have kept possession anyways. I would have rather seen them not call that foul.
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with the call. I don't think there was any contact there at all.
Griffin way up top just before the 5-second call. Gets it back now on the sideline in front of Coach Mott. Up top to Van Aken, leaves it to LaBombard, and a 15-foot baseline jumper is way too hard. Air ball. Up ahead comes South Seneca. Jenna McDonald with it. Takes it right at Gardner. Draws the contact and makes the basket. No foul called.
South Seneca's doing a great job of pushing the ball down the floor before Red Jackets defense can get set up.
23-8 your score. LaBombard in the corner. Leaves it for Close. Van Aken at the foul line. Back to LaBombard. Back to Close now. Dribbles into the foul line. Bounce pass to Shardo. And it's out of bounds off of Logan Shawless' hand. As Mallory Dooney checks into the ball game.
And Coach Mott was looking for that call to go the other way. I think they got that one right.
Yeah, we had a better angle than Coach Mott on that one. As the ball inbounded to LaBombard, she leaves it to Van Aken in the corner. Red Jacket having trouble scoring as Van Aken throws it up top and out of bounds. With 3:20 to go, it's 23-8. South Seneca leads, and we have an update here from the Blue Cross. Logan Blankenberg has 4 fouls, but Wayne is up 3 with 2:22 to left. 2:22 left in the ball game. Wayne up 3 over Northeast Douglas in the Class A2 boys final. Carmichael scored in the last 5 for Wayne as the ball was sent into the paint here, and we have an offensive foul on the Falcons. Waiting to see who they give it to. They give it to Logan Shawless. And so Jade Parsons, interestingly enough, on the bench for most of this quarter here with those 2 fouls. Sarah Van Aken into the game with 2 fouls. Skylar Shawless also with 2 fouls remains on the court. And Red Jacket desperately in need of a basket. And Van Aken penetrates and misses. Gets her own rebound, though. Can't make the putback. Big rebound by the freshman, Logan Shawless. Not playing like a freshman today. And it's passed over to her sister, Skylar. And back to Jenna McDonald as South Seneca gets to work against this 2-3 zone defense from Red Jacket. And it's Fletcher driving baseline, let one go, can't get the roll, but Logan Shawless fights for the rebound, but it's off her hands and out of bounds. And Red Jacket with just 8 points here, Jerry, 2:25 to go in the half.
Yeah, and I look at the girls from Red Jacket, and I still see a lot of nerves. So they've got to settle down here. There's plenty of game left.
Shardo with the basketball. Into the corner to Duty. Thought about a three, instead skips it to Close. Foul line to Chartle. Bounce line, baseline from Olivia Spencer. And Spencer buries the jumper. Big bucket, 23-10. And Spencer's taken 3 shots, made 2 of them, and they both look good. Now here comes South Seneca. Jenna McDonald to Shawless over the top to Alyssa Fletcher. Alyssa Fletcher's runner no good. She gets her own rebound though and is fouled. I think they got Van Aken with a foul.
They do. They do. That's number 3. That's big.
And Coach Hotchkiss going to have to take him out. And at the same time, here comes Jade Parsons back into the game with 1:45 to go and her team up 13. Brooklyn Haney checks in for a red jacket, and Van Aken takes a seat. And we will not likely see her again this quarter here with 1:45 to go.
This is where South Seneca really needs to take advantage of Jade Parsons' size.
And McDonald leads it for Skylar Shawless for a corner 3. Nothing but net. Shawless has 7. 16-point Falcons lead as they look for their 3rd straight sectional title here at Rush Henrietta. Brooklyn Haney tries a 3 the other way, no good. Rebounded by Skylar. Up ahead to McDonald. Here come the Falcons. Left hand through the lane, tipped away by Duty and out of bounds.
And they're doing, South Seneca's doing a great job of transitioning from defense to offense. We had 4 red jacket defenders still in the backcourt while South Seneca's attacking the rim.
Skylar Shawless checks out for the first time today, gets a high five from Coach Mott. And we have another substitution now for red jacket. Olivia Hotchkiss, the 5'5" freshman, checks in. And it's McDonald inbounding on the baseline to Fletcher. Fletcher tried to get it back to McDonald, but it was picked off by Duty. Now here comes Duty dribbling down the court, gets it to Close, opens a 3, here it comes, in and out. Much better looking shot though from Close. Parsons rebounded it. Parsons with the rebound had it knocked away. Then Logan Shawless grabbed it. She had it knocked out of bounds, and it will stay here with red jacket. Close with the basketball. Open for 3, another one, no. Great job by Duty cracking down that long rebound, and it's out of bounds on the sideline. It'll stay with red jacket. And boy, here comes Spencer driving the lane off the inbounds, high off the glass, no, unlucky. And McDonald with the basketball pushes it up ahead. It's Fletcher with a run out, left-hander layup, up and in. And that's Emma Fletcher's 5th point and biggest lead of the game now at 28-10 for South Seneca. We're have 27 seconds left in the quarter. And a big 3 ball from Brooklyn Haney keeps the Indians in it. South Seneca can hold for 1 now with 15 seconds left. They're up 15. And Parsons gets the ball on the block with 7 seconds. Out to McDonald, skips it to Fletcher. 3 ball on the way, no good. She gets her own rebound though, puts it back up and in as the half expires. And the Lady Falcons have a 17-point lead. And Coach, is this too much for Red Jacket to overcome?
You know, right now, the way Red Jacket's playing offensively, they're really waiting for somebody to step forward, and they need to be more aggressive. This is a lead that's going to be very difficult to come back from with playing that style offensively.
So we're going to step aside here for a break and a word from all our great sponsors. When we come back, it'll be time for the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. John Bones Lorenzetti expected to join us to talk about a special award that they'll be handing out today. Stay with us.
FingerLakes1.com's live coverage of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is brought to you thanks to the support from Finger Lakes Partners. Insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Trust someone who lives in your community. With offices in Geneva, Waterloo, and Victor, visit Finger Lakes Partners online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Ferrara Lumber has been a fixture in the Seneca Falls area for almost 60 years. Start planning your next home improvement project at ferraralumber.com. for our alumni, supporting local high school athletes since 1959. Finger Lakes Construction Company is the #1 post-frame builder in New York State, providing complete building packages for a wide range of construction, including personal garages, commercial office complexes, municipal, equestrian, agricultural, dairy facilities, pole barns, and more. Visit them online at fingerlakesconstruction.com. The It's a Wonderful Run 5K Committee. It's a winter run like no other. Check out race videos, sign up for the next race, and learn how to get involved in the most popular holiday run around at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls. Awesome daily specials, soup, and the best sandwiches in town. Check out their Facebook page for daily specials and their full menu. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen Theater in downtown Lyons. You'll love relaxing in the modern, renovated theater that has the old-fashioned charm and character of the original house, first opened in 1915. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. Fed up with unresponsive web designers and getting nickeled and dimed for every small website update? Call fingerlakes1.com at 315-712-0104 and take control of your web presence. Since 1998, fingerlakes1.com has created and maintained nearly 1,000 websites for local businesses and organizations of all sizes. Aflac. When health changes for you or a loved one, it can change everything. But Aflac can help make sure the life you live is the life you never stop living. Learn more at aflac.com or contact Joe Calarco at 315-253-0495. And by Generations Bank, Little John Orthodontics, and Bill Cram Chevrolet.
And welcome back inside Rush Henrietta High School. We're at halftime. Your score, South Seneca 30 and Red Jacket 13. It's time for the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. Then I should mention over on Finger Lakes 1 Radio 2, right now Brendan Harrington and Tony Robinson calling the final moments of that boys class A2 final, where Wayne leads 53-51 over Northeast Douglas Prep with just 13 seconds to go. Here in this all Finger Lakes West final, it's been all South Seneca. They've controlled the boards, they've scored in transition, and they played great defense as Red Jacket really struggling to score. South Seneca jumped out to a 13-8 lead in the first quarter, and then they outscored the Indians 17-5 in the second to take a 30-13 lead. But here, my guest here at the broadcast booth during the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report, John Bones Lorenzetti. He'll be officiating the Mid-Lakes game, the girls Class B final later that we'll call here on fingerlakes1.com. But before you don the stripes, you have a special award to give at the halftime of our next game, the Carolyn and Jackfoot Sportsmanship Awards. Just tell our listeners a little bit about what that's all about.
Since 1988, Central Western Girls Basketball Officials Organization has presented a sportsmanship award to schools in the leagues that we service. And there's 6 different leagues that we service. The private, parochial, and independent leagues is one. Rochester City League is the second one. Finger Lakes Leagues, East and West combined, is one. Monroe County League is one. And then the Genesee Region League is another. And actually there is one more, the Wayne League. So we present 6 awards to the schools.
And I think a lot of people don't realize until you get involved like we have with not only the regular season, but the Section 5 basketball tournaments on the boys and girls side, just how much coordination. It's such a giant scale. You know, 8 classes for boys, 8 classes of girls with anywhere from 10 to 20 teams in each class playing in individual tournaments, and officiating and assigning officials and scheduling officials is a big part of that.
Yeah, it's throughout the year. What our organization does is we have each game that each varsity official services, we rate the players, the coaches, the players, and the fans. So on each game, it's a high rating of 0 to 10, and this is how we present these awards, that whoever throughout the season wins the most has the highest average. And then we give 5 league chairmen, and then we have 1 Section 5, whoever is the highest average. So
is it a secret, or can you tell us who the award winners are?
Well, they're going to be presented at halftime in the next game. The private and parochial league winner is going to be Aquinas High School. The Rochester City League is Wilson Magnet High School. The Finger Lakes League was Wayne High School. The Monroe County League was Fairport High School. Wayne County was Gananda High, and the highest vote, the highest record, or not record, the highest score that we received this year was a 9.73 out of 10, wow. And that goes to Attica High School.
And it's a combination of pretty much everything, including the fans, which that's something the fans need to realize.
Oh, yeah, there's schools that the coaches and the players get highly rated, but the fans are affected by these ratings, and that's why we incorporate all 3: players, coaches, and fans.
What about mascots like Freddie the Falcon?
Freddie the Falcon, yes, there's many of them, and I haven't seen any cheerleaders today, which is surprising.
Yeah.
But the cheerleaders normally are here, and so we have a lot of support for it. And Jack and Carolyn Foote. Carolyn used to be our game coordinator, and Jack Foote used to be an official. And when they both passed away, we started it with just Carolyn, and then when Jack passed away, we added his name. So we're pretty honored. Similar to like in basketball, we have the same type of award. I'm sorry, in volleyball, we have the same type of award for Jerry Robinson.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by and sharing that with us.
Thank you, Jim.
We will try not to be too tough on you when you call that Mid-Lakes girls game.
We do what we have to do.
Yeah, no, you guys do a great job. So appreciate it, John Bones Lorenzetti.
Thank you.
On the Carolyn and Jack Foote Sportsmanship Awards. When we come back, it'll be second half action here from Rush Henrietta. Your halftime score, South Seneca 30, Red Jacket 13. We'll be right back.
Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? The private student loan available through Generations Bank can be the answer to your funding needs. Learn more online at mygenbank.com or call 315-568-5855. Generations Bank, with locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app or visit them online at mygenbank.com. Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each patient through their orthodontic care. They utilize the latest technological advances in the orthodontic industry, including digital scanning and Invisalign. Dr. Rod Littlejohn is proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out their website at littlejohnortho.com. Bill Cram Chevrolet on Route 5 and 20 between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, where your car buying is fast, fun, and easy. Mention you saw them on fingerlakes1.com and receive a $250 credit to use towards the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Browse their inventory at BillCramChevrolet.com or stop in and see why you'll save plenty on 5 and 20 with Bill Cram Chevrolet.
And the second half opens with a three-pointer from Sidney Close after a South Seneca miss as we're underway. Logan Shawless now baseline as the Falcons move towards us. Leaves it for Fletcher. Big answer for Emma Fletcher, who buries a three to answer the three from Sidney Close, and it's 33-16. Duty now drives quickly, misses, rebounded by Parsons, and Emma Fletcher pushes it up ahead to McDonald. 2-on-1 break, up ahead. And Logan misses the shot from the left side, and we have a jump ball. So recapping quickly your first half stats. Jenna McDonald with 11, Skylar Shawless and Emma Fletcher with 7, Jade Parsons with 5. And for Red Jacket, it was Olivia Spencer, Sarah Van Aken with 4 apiece, Brooklyn Haney with 3, Mackenzie Schwartel with 2, Sarah Van Aken with 3 fouls, Jade Parsons and Skylar Shawless with 2 fouls. And Coach, big rebounding edge.
Yeah, huge rebounding margin for South Seneca. 27-10 in the first half. And most of, I'd say half of those rebounds were on the offensive end. So they got multiple possessions.
And Van Aken misses a 3 on the far side. And South Seneca break unsuccessful. Back now to Red Jacket. Sydney Close drives, right-handed layup up and in. So Close held scoreless in the first half. She averages 15.6 points a game. Now has 5 here in the third. As Logan pushes it up ahead to Emma Fletcher, but she traveled. So 33-15. As Close pushes it way up ahead. And Van Aken misses the shot. Rebounded by South Seneca. Bounce pass to Emma Fletcher. Left-handed layup's good. 35-18 the score.
Again, South Seneca is just doing a great job of not letting Red Jackets set up defensively.
And now Red Jacket gets it underway. A pass over the head of Sarah Van Aken, controlled by Emma Fletcher. She's ahead of the pack. Bounce pass to Jenna McDonald. Off the glass and in. Biggest lead of the day for the Lady Falcons at 37-18 with 5:40 to go. And Spencer finds Van Aken into the corner for Close. Close drive, stops, let's go. Hits from about 16 feet. And Sydney Close now has 7 points on the day, all in the third quarter. 30-second timeout, Coach Mott. As South Seneca leads by 17 points. So I just am consistently impressed watching South Seneca play over the past 3 years. It's just how quickly they can attack and finish in transition. Next thing you know, you're down 15.
You know what's impressive to me is just the depth of athleticism. So the guards are very interchangeable, you know, not taking anything away from the leader in Skylar Shawless, but those guards get up and down the floor so well. They use the bounce pass better than any girls' small school team that I've watched recently. Just impressed with their style. So last game against Bloomfield, it was the half-court set. Today against Red Jacket, it's pushing the ball up and down the floor.
And so we have a final now from the Blue Cross. The Wayne Eagles win their second straight Section 5 Class A2 title, 57-54. That's a final. Congratulations to Bill Thompson and the Wayne train. As South Seneca inbounds, gets it up ahead, beats the pressure. Skylar Shawless finds Jade Parsons, who misses a wide open layup. Rebound, though, stripped away by Skylar. Gives it to her sister, Logan, across the court for a 3-ball from Shenemek. 20-point Falcons lead with 5 minutes to go. And here comes Schardel over to Van Aken. Van Aken dribbles baseline. Way too hard off the glass, rebounded by Emma Fletcher. And another run out for the Falcons, up ahead to McDonald. Blocked by Sarah Van Aken, though, coming hard. Trailing the play. Man, that was a great block by Van Aken.
She just gets off of the floor so well.
Inbound from McDonald to Shawless. Up top to Logan. Back to Skylar. We got to use their first names because there's just too many girls on these South Seneca teams with the same last name. Fletcher now. That's another one. Up top to Skylar. Into the corner for Jenna McDonald. Another 3. No. And Logan Shawless battled for the rebound with Schardel and Spencer, and they say that it's going to stay here with South Seneca.
I had that one going the other way. I thought it was off a red.
And that was literally right in front of us. McDonald now inbounds right in front of us. And the Falcons working around. McDonald tries another corner 3. This time it's no good. She's 1 for her last 3, but she gets the steal in transition, and now here she comes back the other way. Pulls it out top to Logan, and the Falcons will have another shot with 4:09 to go in the third. Comfortably ahead here at 40-20. Emma Fletcher tries a 3. Off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Logan Chalice. Man, is Logan active on the boards, but she traveled there after she pulled it down.
That's her 6th rebound I have for the night for the day for her.
And I swear she's grown since November when the season started. She looks bigger. Looks like she put on another inch or two. So Red Jacket swings it around the top, and they turn it over. Actually, there's a scrum on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. And it's coming back at us here to South Seneca. So we've guaranteed a Wayne Finger Lakes champion here, no matter who wins, South Seneca or Red Jacket. But the Wayne Finger Lakes League's already just captured their first title with the Wayne Eagles boys winning A2 in a game that just ended. And inside into the paint, Jade Parsons spins and finishes with a little right-handed hook shot. She has 7. 22-point lead now for South Seneca. And Alexis Gardner, left open on the wing, hits a 3-ball. Lead down to 19 with 3:05 to go. Logan Chalice hands it off to Jenna McDonald. And Jenna gets it to Logan at the free throw line. Now over to Emma Fletcher, who drives and loops it back to Logan. And Skylar open for 3, way too hard. Rebounded by Logan Chalice, though, and we have another jump ball as she was tied up on the putback with a nice play there by Olivia Spencer. And Haley Bentley into the ball game now as Logan Chalice takes a seat. Logan upset at herself for not finishing after that rebound now with 2:46 to go in the third period. Alexis Gardner dribbles up court against that South Seneca defense. Olivia Spencer now with it. Baseline, couple of dribbles, out top to Gardner, swings it up top to Close. Sydney Close finds Spencer for a baseline jumper, and we got a 3-second call on Sarah Van Aken. So Coach Hotchkiss not happy with that call, letting the referee hear it. Want to remind you, these games will be replayed with full video on Sunday. All of our championship games from today. Jeremy Hunt here providing the fine images you'll enjoy. As Jade Parsons drives baseline and finishes strong, and it's a back to 21 here, Falcon advantage. Over at the Blue Cross, his brother Jason Hunt providing the images and producing that broadcast. Brendan Harrington and Tony Robinson on the call. They're probably just getting off the air after that Wayne final. They'll be back on for the Clyde boys final at 4 o'clock, or just short of 4 o'clock at the Blue Cross. So now it's South Seneca ball, but sloppy. They turn it over. Elizabeth Bombard with it, gives it to Alexis Gardner, way up ahead to Close. Close drives, couple dribbles, over Parsons, no good. But Bombard with a rebound, no good. And now it's Parsons turning it over as Van Aken steals it in the backcourt. Her shot tipped away by Skylar Chalice, but she puts the putback up and in, and Van Aken has 6. And quickly the other way comes South Seneca, not looking to slow it down with that lead. Emma Fletcher lets it go off the rim, no good.
She got bumped there, could have been a foul
got
call.
Got her own rebound, tied up though by LeBombard. Couple of dribbles, outlet to Van Aken, and now Red Jacket should have numbers. Van Aken straight to the hole, no good. And Parsons and Spencer go down hard. And it'll be South Seneca ball. Yep. So South Seneca will inbound, 44-25. Logan Chalice checks in to the ball game for Skylar Chalice, her older sister. I'm sure that if they're, I'm looking for Kelsey Chalice in attendance, or maybe Emily LaVarnway or Mackenzie Kenyon or Bailey Mingus. I'm sure if they're not here, they're listening, as their former teammates try to make it 3 in a row. And Jade Parsons drives baseline.
She's working that baseline really well. Those are 2 tough finishes.
Really tough to stop. And so it's 46-25 with 55 seconds to go here in the third period. LeBombard gets it to Doody. Doody spins on Fletcher. Bounce pass to Brooklyn Haney. Haney now drives baseline by Parsons into the corner for Gardner. Gardner dribbles baseline with 10 to shoot Here comes Sydney close with the ball. A little floater over Parsons, no good, but she gets the rebound, puts it back, no good. Parsons now with it. And here comes Jenna McDonald the other way. Bounce pass to Haley Bentley. Shot no good. Rebounded by Red Jacket with 23 seconds to go. Gardner, and it looks like Red Jacket will hold for one, down 21. Haney to Duty. Close, tries a three ball, no good, and it's out to McDonald, who's fouled by Sydney Close. Just Sydney's first foul of the game, and just the first foul, I think, of the third quarter, which is kind of crazy.
You know, I'd like to see Red Jacket push the tempo a little bit offensively. They need to increase the number of possessions if they're going to get back in this game.
And so for South Seneca, they'll have 7.4 seconds left as McDonald inbounds it to Emma Fletcher, gets it back. And Emma Fletcher lets the three ball go top of the key, front air, no good. And that'll do it for the third period of play, where your score, the South Seneca Lady Falcons 46, Red Jacket 25. Heather Mott and her Lady Falcons just 8 minutes away from their third straight sectional championship. We'll have it all for you here next on Finger Lakes 1.
Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? The private student loan available through Generations Bank can be the answer to your funding needs. Learn more online at mygenbank.com or call 315-568-5855. Generations Bank, with locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app or visit them online at mygenbank.com. Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each patient through their orthodontic care. They utilize the latest technological advances in the orthodontic industry, including digital scanning and Invisalign. Dr. Rod Littlejohn is proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out their website at littlejohnortho.com. Bill Cram Chevrolet on Route 5 and 20 between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, where your car buying is fast, fun, and easy. Mention you saw them on FingerLakes1.com and receive a $250 credit to use towards the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Browse their inventory at BillCramChevrolet.com or stop in and see why you'll save plenty on 5 and 20 with Bill Cram Chevrolet.
And welcome back. Fourth quarter just underway. It's Red Jacket basketball. Van Aken with it, finds Chartle on the baseline. Now up top to Spencer, gets it on the baseline to Van Aken, who drives, and she's fouled.
And they use 22 seconds on the shot clock there. Have to have a little more urgency there to try to get a good shot off quicker.
Down 46-25 to South Seneca. They'll now inbound underneath their own basket. Is that foul charge to Logan Chalice, her second. And the shot no good, way short, bothered by South Seneca, rebounded by Parsons. And here comes Jenna McDonald across half court. Let's see if Coach Shimano will try to burn some clock with this big lead. Onto the block for Parsons, up strong with the right hand and over the rim. Wow! 8 straight points for Jade Parsons, all right in front of us on the baseline, and really soft touch after having to muscle it up there against the Red Jacket defenders. The other way, Brooklyn Haney, or Olivia Spencer, excuse me, with a little runner, finishes. And with 18 seconds left to shoot, South Seneca inbounds underneath their own basket. And it's into the corner for Skylar Chalice for three, no good. Rebound kept alive by Parsons into the hand of Logan Chalice. And now Jenna McDonald has it. Dribbling and bouncing to Chalice. And McDonald onto the block for Parsons. This time she traveled. She had great position again. And it's Red Jacket basketball. 48-27, 6:23 to go. Jim Sinacropi, Jerry Anderson here at Rush Henrietta for this girls Class C2 title game as Sarah Van Aken drives and finishes with a little right-handed runner. She has 8 on the day. She finds her team, though, down 19 with 6:06 to go. Logan Shawless up top to Jenna McDonald. Now over to Skylar. Left side foul line extended. Into the paint again to Parsons. Misses the shot, gets her own rebound, misses the putback, gets another rebound. They go down hard, and the ball is controlled by South Seneca, and Coach Mott calls a timeout. It'll be her last 30-second timeout. And at 48-29, I don't know what you can do if you're Coach Hotchkiss. You can't stop him from scoring. You're having trouble scoring yourself.
Yeah, it's a tough position to be in right now. Now you want to try to make some sub games inside of the game. Let's outscore them for the next quarter. And here's where you really want to, unfortunately, start to focus on building for next year. I don't see it. I don't see coming back from this.
I don't think anybody does, Coach. But you're right. This is a great young team that will return a lot of key pieces. I mean, that's no consolation for for Olivia Spencer or Mallory Duty, who both had great seasons for Red Jacket. But it's one step at a time. They got here. Next year, if they can get back, they'll be a little less intimidated by the stage, and certainly for Van Aken and Sydney Close, a great chance to get back here next year. As Skylar Shawless misses the three-pointer from the corner, here comes Red Jacket the other way. Olivia Spencer drives and lays it off the rim, no good, but big rebound by Sarah Van Aken. And Van Aken, it's certainly a candidate for the Finger Lakes West preseason player of the year heading into next season.
Yeah, I think the future is bright for both of these teams when you look at the number of seniors.
As we have a foul away from the ball.
I tell you, Jim, the biggest question of the day is for the tournament committee, who is the MVP for C2? Is it Jenna McDonald with her points or defense? Is it Jade Parsons with her scoring and rebounding?
Or
is it Skylar Shawless?
She's done it all for this whole tournament. As Logan misses, and hey, Logan Shawless has a good shot of making the all-tournament team as well, right?
Absolutely.
So you figure Braylon Scott's going to find her way on the all-tournament team. I see Braylon from Bloomfield up in the stands to her left. Then other than that, you might see
maybe the Smith girl from Oakfield.
Yeah, that's a good call. Jumper from Chartle, short. I think you'll see Sarah Van Aken. But yeah, from South Seneca, you could go with 4 or 5 girls for sure. I think Parsons has had a great tournament. She has 13 points on the day today. As the ball's tied up underneath the basket, it'll be a jump ball.
Yeah, so we should see 3 South Seneca girls, 2 all-tournament selections, and an MVP.
So, yeah, I mean, McDonald, Shawless, and Skylar Shawless and Parsons, I would imagine, would be it. And then the MVP, it's tough to not give it to any one of those 3. They're all candidates.
Yeah,
who, if you had to choose, who would you choose?
It's a toss-up between Jenna McDonald and Jade Parsons to me.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Skylar Shawless didn't get it either with her leadership. And, let's not overlook
Jade Parsons, who just scored again.
Let's not overlook Emma Fletcher. She's had a great
tournament.
tournament.
Emma has too. Jade Parsons on an offensive rebound, grabbed it, spun, laid it up and in. 50-31, the score. Van Aken now into the corner. 3-ball on the way from Duty is good. Her first bucket of the game. Lead down to 16 with 4:14 to go. As Jenna McDonald now over to Emma Fletcher with a quick shot. No good. I don't know if you want to shoot it that quick at this point, but she gets her own rebound to Parsons. One dribble off the glass and good, no good, but she's fouled by Duty. And South Seneca not concerned with working any clock at this point. They just taking the first good shot they can find.
Yeah, they're just having fun out there right now. Everything seems to be going their way. But all the loose balls.
The lead is down to 16. That was as big as 21 at one point. As Parsons buries the first free throw.
Her
Having a
16th point of the night.
big second half. Yeah, I have her for 16, and she'll be shooting for 17 next.
To go along with 14 boards.
Yeah, I mean, she's been a double-double machine, and there's so many great big girls in the Finger Lakes West that she has to battle with every night. Second free throw, no good.
Yeah, it's great hustle by
Skylar Shawless. Even with a big lead, she gets on the floor and saves it, and South Seneca will have another possession because of it. As Emma Fletcher out top to McDonald, now to Parsons, and along the baseline they find Alyssa Fletcher, who picks it up, bounces it to Skylar, who's on the ground, and she's going to be tied up. No, she gets it over to McDonald. McDonald, great court vision to find Emma Fletcher with a left-handed layup. And Emma Fletcher with 14 points. Great job by Jenna McDonald to spot that when she picked up that loose ball. And now Duty in the corner where she just hit a three. Gets it to Van Aken, who drives baseline, lets it go off the glass and good. And Van Aken heating up here in the fourth quarter points. She has 12 on the ball game. 3:08 to go, 53-36 your score. South Seneca leads just 3 minutes away from a third straight Section 5 Class C championship. And the entry pass to Parsons. Parsons fights for it, and we got a jump ball. And we will be with you for all the post-game activities here as the all-tournament teams announced and the sectional titles are awarded. We will have the South Seneca Lady Falcons over here for interviews, more than one. We'll have multiple. We'll have Coach Mott on, I'm sure, at some point, and then we'll check off the air before coming back on a little after 4:30 for that Mid-Lakes Bath Haverline championship game in Class B. As Alexis Gardner misses an open jumper and another rebound for Jade Parsons. I want to remind you as well that over on Finger Lakes 1 Radio 2, all these links are on the front page of Finger Lakes 1 at 4 o'clock, just short of 4 o'clock. Brendan Harrington and Tani Robinson will bring you the Section 5 Class D1 title game. As boy, Fletcher spins and finishes again. Nobody can stop her on the block. She has 13 second half points here, 55-36. Brooklyn Haney tries a three, no good. Tracked down by Sydney Close on the long rebound. Now over to Gardner. 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. As LeBombard tries a 10-foot baseline jumper, no good. Rebounded by Skylar Shawless. Handed to McDonald, and maybe the Falcons are ready to work some clock as we have a timeout on the court. And some substitutions coming up for South Seneca. And yeah, as I was saying, just shy of 4 over there on FL1 Radio 2, our simulcast of, we'll have the Clyde Savannah Golden Eagles taking on the Honeyway Bulldogs. Wayne County Finger Lakes West final in Class D1. And the South Seneca girls are starting to feel it as I see Skylar Shawless, Jenna McDonald, and Jade Parsons hugging. They're coming out of the game here with 1:48 to go. Freddie the Falcon making snow angels at midcourt to the delight of the South Seneca fans. And in covering this program during this great run, I really have come to appreciate what great support they get from the community and how much they enjoy these postseason runs.
They do, and that's what small town, small school basketball is about, bringing the community together, and rooting on 10, 12, 14 kids. It's a great show of support by the South Seneca community.
So South Seneca will move on if things go accordingly here during the final 1:48 with them up 55-36 to face the winner of the C1 championship game, which will be, that could have been Red Creek or Gananda, but both those teams upset. It'll be Notre Dame, Batavia, that'll be next as South Seneca basketball against, actually, hold on a second, they're coming to get stats for us to help them with their Section 5 committees, looking for our opinion perhaps on who should be player of the tournament, as it was a missed shot there by Alyssa Fletcher. So wholesale substitutions for South Seneca right now. It is Haley Bentley, Leah Fletcher into the ball game to go along with Brittany Burgess Post. And it's tough to see these numbers way down at the other end. I'll finish when they get back down to this end. As a missed runner by Brooklyn Haney, and South Seneca looking to push it. Yeah, that would be Alyssa Fletcher, and that would be Leah Fletcher, Brittany Burgess-Post, Haley Bentley, and Haley Mills into the game. And we got a turnover. And for Red Jacket, Ashley Reed into the game with Elizabeth LaBombard, Lillian Pinard, and Brooklyn Haney. So with 51 seconds left, and South Seneca with a big lead, it's Red Jacket ball. We should see quite the celebration when the Lady Falcons capture the title. It wasn't this easy for them last year, where they needed a big second half to secure that win. As it's a turnover coming back to South Seneca. In the New York State semifinals last year, they lost to Port Jefferson. Then the year before, they won the state championship, defeating Pine Plains 63-49, winning that fourth quarter 25-12 to capture that state title. They'll make another run at the state tournament beginning next week when they play the Class C play-in game next, as we got a 5-second call with 18.5 seconds left. And, geez, I can't believe I can't remember who's in that C1 final. Notre Dame, Batavia.
That'll be Notre Dame, Batavia, or Letchworth.
Yeah, Letchworth, that's right. So South Seneca will face the winner of Letchworth and Notre Dame, Batavia at a site to be determined.
That site has been determined.
Oh, yeah?
I believe it's going to be Bloomfield.
Oh, great. We're no stranger to Bloomfield as the clock runs down and the final horn sounds, and the South Seneca Lady Falcons win it for the third straight year. A lot of people thought that their run was over with the graduation of those 4 great seniors last year and the loss at the New York State Final Four, but they're back on top, making it a three-peat here at Rush Henrietta. We're going to quickly step aside here. When we come back, it'll be the Dr. Rod Littlejohn post-game show. We'll hear from several Lady Falcons. We'll hear from Coach Mott. Your final score. They took it off the scoreboard, but South Seneca rolls to their third straight sectional title. We'll be right back with your post-game show.
FingerLakes1.com's live coverage of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is brought to you thanks to the support from Finger Lakes Partners. Insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Trust someone who lives in your community. With offices in Geneva, Waterloo, and Victor, visit Finger Lakes Partners online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Farrar Lumber and Building Supplies. Farrar Lumber has been a fixture in the Seneca Falls area for almost 60 years. Start planning your next home improvement project at farrarlumber.com. Farrar Lumber, supporting local high school athletes since 1959. Finger Lakes Construction Company is the #1 post-frame builder in New York State, providing complete building packages for a wide range of construction, including personal garages, commercial office complexes, municipal, equestrian, agricultural, dairy facilities, pole barns, and more. Visit them online at fingerlakesconstruction.com. The It's a Wonderful Run 5K Committee. It's a winter run like no other. Check out race videos, sign up for the next race, and learn how to get involved in the most popular holiday run around at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls. Awesome daily specials, soup, and the best sandwiches in town. Check out their Facebook page for daily specials and their full menu. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen Theater in downtown Lyons. You'll love relaxing in the modern, renovated theater that has the old-fashioned charm and character of the original house first opened in 1950. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stevers Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. Fed up with unresponsive web designers and getting nickeled and dimed for every small website update? Call FingerLakes1.com at 315-712-0104 and take control of your web presence. Since 1998, FingerLakes1.com has created and maintained nearly 1,000 websites for local businesses and organizations of all sizes. Aflac. When health changes for you or a loved one, it can change everything. But Aflac can help make sure the life you live is the life you never stop living. Learn more at aflac.com or contact Joe Calarco at 315-253-0495. And by Generations Bank, Little John Orthodontics, and Bill Cram Chevrolet.
And welcome back where the party is on here at Rush Henrietta for the South Seneca Lady Falcons. They're announcing the all-tournament team. So far, it's been Amelia Poole from Bloomfield, and there was a girl from Oakfield, Alabama.
Schlagenhoff, coach's daughter.
Sarah Van Aken and Sydney Close also on that all-tournament team.
From South Seneca, Skylar Shawless.
And Skylar Shawless now called out to the court.
And from South Seneca, Jade Parsons.
And Jade Parsons next. And that should mean we have an MVP of Jenna McDonald.
2018 C2 Tournament Most Valuable
Let's listen
Player.
in.
From South Seneca, Jenna McDonald.
It is Jenna McDonald. And I think it's absolutely deserving. She finished with 16 points this game, but she was really in control of the two games that we saw, Coach. And great court vision, great defense, just all around.
Yeah, just totally impressed with Jenna's game. The way she handled the ball, the way she pushed the ball up the floor, distributed. The little things, too. She's on the floor, her defense, rebounding, and she even knocked down threes tonight.
So now after the individual awards, they will call out every member of the team to receive their medals, and they'll recognize the whole team. We'll have a few photos, and then we'll hopefully get some of the Lady Falcons over here to talk with us before we step off the air for a bit and come back about 4:30 for that Mid-Lakes Bath Haverling Class B Girls Final. Once again, your final here, South Seneca 55, Red Jacket 36.
Number 15, sophomore guard, Haley Bentley.
We let you listen in.
Number 20, freshman guard, Emma Fletcher. Number 21, sophomore forward, Amelia Dickens. Number 22, senior guard, Haley Mills. Number 23, junior guard, Parker Misterville. Number 24, senior forward, Bree Shepard.
These Lady Falcons certainly
31, junior center,
no stranger to this ceremony. The third straight year.
Number 32, freshman guard, Alyssa Fletcher.
Interesting to mention here too.
35, junior forward, Avriel Fletcher.
Avriel Fletcher, without that knee brace, once she gets 8 practices in, she'll be able to return to the team. Might have trouble playing in that state playing team game, but from that point on, she should be available. And Coach Heather Mott recognized as they add another sectional block to their trophy case down in Ovid.
Congratulations, Lady Muffins.
And yeah, there they are at midcourt, all gathering around that sectional trophy with the net. Just a fantastic accomplishment for these girls as the local media all snapping photos. And then It is amazing. I mean, in all of girls basketball right now, they have to be the class of Section 5 and New York State in terms of the consistency that they've won.
Yeah, I think if you ask any coach in Section 5, even up into the Rochester area, right, they're going to say, this is a program that we're envious of, right, when you look at all their success. And it starts with the development at the younger ages. South Seneca has a great youth program. Coach Mott spends a lot of time with the youth program as well as other folks in the community. So it's a tribute to not only the current team, but it's a tribute to the community and the time that they put into these girls in the development.
And I'm absolutely impressed with this team because, like I said, we saw them early in the year. They lost to this Red Jacket team. They lost to your Minders team and didn't look good in that game. They lost to Bloomfield. They lost to Naples, I believe. Didn't they lose to Naples?
I believe they did.
They started out the season, I think it may have been 5-4 at one point. Actually, no, they were 5-3 at one point because they also lost late in the season to Bloomfield.
Correct, yeah.
At Bloomfield in a one-point game. But, you were like, oh, that was good. Good run for South Seneca. A lot of people didn't see them getting back here to win the sectional title. Now the question is, can this team get back to the state Final Four for a third straight time? Because they're 2 wins away now.
Yeah, and I go back to the beginning of the season, and we'll ask Coach Mott this, but I don't think that there was anybody in their league that gave them an opportunity to do this. So you never want to value your sectional titles, but I think this is special from the standpoint that I don't think anybody gave them a chance to be here. And I'm curious to see what Coach Mott's opinion of that is because, I know that she felt, and I'm assuming she felt a little bit underappreciated.
Well, we'll find out when we come back. We'll have some of the Lady Falcons over here with us at the broadcast table. And once again, your final score, South Seneca sectional champs winning 55-36.
Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? The private student loan available through Generations Bank can be the answer to your funding needs. Learn more online at mygenbank.com or call 315-568-5855. Generations Bank, with locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app or visit them online at mygenbank.com. Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each patient through their orthodontic care. They utilize the latest technological advances in the orthodontic industry, including digital scanning and Invisalign. Dr. Rod Littlejohn is proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out their website at littlejohnortho.com. Bill Cram Chevrolet on Route 5 and 20 between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, where your car buying is fast, fun, and easy. Mention you saw them on FingerLakes1.com and receive a $250 credit to use towards the purchase of any new or used vehicle. Browse their inventory at BillCramChevrolet.com or stop in and see why you'll save plenty on 5 and 20 with Bill Cram Chevrolet.
Is it good? Oh.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I move it a little closer here. Okay, and a little closer there. And all right, welcome back here courtside at Rush Henrietta High School, where this is like every year, right? A lot of people thought you couldn't make it back here, but here you are.
Yeah, and I think that fired us, definitely. We knew that everyone was doubting us, so that definitely gave us a lot of motivation.
I've got Skylar Shawless, Jade Parsons, and then we'll hear from the MVP, Jenna McDonald. And yeah, I mean, what you guys just rolled. This was an easier win in the final than last year was.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
We came in knowing what we had to do, and we couldn't underestimate anyone, so that definitely helped us.
When did you start thinking about a sectional title again? You know, you guys had you played the #1 seed just a couple nights ago. You had to be thinking that, you know, if we don't play well, this could all end. And now just a couple days later, your third straight sectional title.
Yeah, that's definitely, we came into the postseason knowing that this could be our last practice, this could be our last game, so we definitely didn't want it to end.
Yeah, and Jade, you talk about Coach Mott a little bit, because she's built just an amazing program, and you guys have kind of you guys this is finally your team. You know, the last couple of years, you were underclassmen and, you know, you were a junior last year, but now, I mean, all of those players that we've talked about for the past few years are gone, and this is your team. Just talk about the program that Heather Mott built and what it's like playing for Coach Mott.
Well, it's all teamwork. We have to stay together, and if we don't play together, we're not going to win. And we all know that. So Miss Mott fires us. She tells us it has to be in our heart. We have to want it more than the other team.
Yeah, well, you did tonight, that's for sure. Now, knowing you guys obviously know what it takes from this point, you're going to play a play-in game and then a Far West Regional. Are you guys going to be back in the state Final Four again?
We're definitely hoping, but we're just going to take it game by game because
Yeah.
we can't look too far ahead because you never know.
Well, that's the right answer
Yep.
for sure. Well, congratulations,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Third straight
Thank you.
sectional title. If you could give me that headset, I'll get Jenna back in here. Yeah, go ahead and take this one. Just step over that cord. And Jade, you can leave this right here. You guys can go celebrate with your teammates. Congrats. Good job, girls. Okay, throw this on there. How's that? And then we got a camera up there. See it?
Yep.
So I'm joined with the Section 5 Class C2 Tournament MVP, Jenna McDonald. Did you ever think that you'd be the MVP when this postseason started?
I did not, because it's mostly a team effort. We don't really talk about individual play. It's
Right.
usually all a team thing, so we just go out there and play with each other.
Well, it is a team thing, and you guys always, it doesn't seem to matter who scores. It's your cohesive unit. So much fun to watch. And, you know, we saw you early in the year, and it looked like you had a ways to go as a team. But when we saw you at Honeywell Falls Lima, the way you handled that #1 seed, it was like, man, this is the same as last year and the year before. These girls, this program, it doesn't miss a beat. And so talk about the program a little bit.
Well, we knew we were a young team, and we had a lot of rebuilding to do,
Right.
but that just fired us up even more, and we knew we had to come out, and we were just really pumped up, and we wanted it so bad.
Yeah, you could see that, and it's nice to cruise into it, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't even close. So you played on the floor at the Hudson Valley Community College, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember you actually had a nice little run against that Port Jefferson game individually. How important is it for you guys to try to get back there, being 2 wins away?
I think it's really important because everyone's doubting us, and we're
Yeah.
really young, so not anyone thinks that we can do it, but we're very pumped up, and we want it so bad, and I think we can do it.
Well, you're one of my favorite players in the Figure Lakes West.
Thank you.
I just love the way you play, offense, defense, great court vision,
Thank you.
great ball handling, and I think it was a really well-deserved MVP honor, and wish you the best of luck the rest of the way, and congratulations
Thank you so much.
on the 3rd straight sectional title for South Seneca.
Thank you.
So you can get with your teammates. I'll talk to your coach. Great job, Jenna. All right, Coach, come on in here. We got a camera way up there. See it?
I see it.
Oh, Jerry, you want to get back in here too?
Hi, Coach. How are you?
Congratulations, Coach.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, you know, the theme for me with South Seneca this year is I've been saying they're going to get better and better and better as the year goes on. But, you know, I was like, it's probably still not maybe a great bet for a title, a 3rd straight title. But then we saw you against the #1 seed Oakfield, and I was like, that is the same thing I saw the last 2 years. They're just dominant. They get out there and just steamroll.
Yeah.
So are you feeling that same type of mojo as you were feeling the last couple of years when you won those sectional titles?
No, it's always different,
Yeah,
right?
I
I mean,
guess
it's
so.
always different.
Yeah.
I think this group's, I always get, it's a different type of nervousness with this group because they're so young. So we're back to kind of the youth. Have I prepared them well enough? Can they handle the environments as we go on? You know, and they're proving too. They're proving to do that. So that's good. Those nerves go away. New nerves come.
Well, I'm so happy for some of these girls, especially Jenna,
know.
you know, winning that MVP. And now they get to watch this game coming up next and see
Right.
who they're playing. It'll be in Bloomfield, I guess, that C1 playing game.
yeah.
Or that's Class C playing game. And then, of course, these girls know what happens. That's the Far West Regional if you happen to advance.
Right.
And boy, I'm sure that everybody would love to take a trip out west or east again to Albany.
I think they would. Who wouldn't?
It's
right?
starting to
Yeah.
get to be a regular thing. So as a coach, Jerry, you know, when you look at Coach Mott's teams play, you know, what are the things that really stand out?
Well, it's the sustained success, right? And, you know, it's the preparation and, you know, you look at last year's team versus this year's team, and she lost a lot. And here's my question for you, without really ranking the titles.
Yeah.
What was the feeling after the final buzzer today versus the other ones? Because I know we talked throughout the year and even prior to the year, don't sleep on us. That's what you said, right? Because I know personally you felt a little bit disrespected, right?
Yeah,
So.
Sure. Well, today was a little bit of I was in a moment of awe more than I've ever been when I knew we were going to do that. Now, if you know me, I don't think we've won until the final buzzer's gone off, but it was a little bit in awe. But you can't, once you understand what it takes to get there, you want it for every group you're with. You want them to all experience it, and you try to coach them to be able to handle that and persevere over it. And sometimes I think that's an advantage to be able to say, okay, this is what it's like, and they respond.
Yeah, so. It's a little different chasing versus being chased, right? So this year's team was chasing versus being chased.
Proving, and I think this group was funny because they got tired of being compared to. We only talked about the program reputation, but a lot of, it was easy to say last year's team and the team before, and I think this group was seeking their own identity, and that's what they're going to continue to try to do. And so that's a motivation for them, in their locker room. Like, who are we? That's what I asked them when we were not defined. We're still defining, but that's what I asked them at the beginning of the season. I said, who are you? Who are we going to be? Because we had a lot of different chemistry on the court, all new chemistry.
Well, sectional champs is
we're sectional champs right now, so that's
30
okay.
Straight times.
That's three. That's good.
Which is, Jerry and I were talking that it's the class of Section 5. Not many programs win 3 straight sectional titles on the boys or girls side. So congratulations!
Thank you.
It's unprecedented. It's amazing. Coming from the south end of Seneca County, this just basketball dynasty that you've built. And the best thing is all the underclassmen. I mean, this is something that'll be sustained. You may not win a sectional title next year, or maybe you will, but it's going to be quality basketball. And I think it's to a point where the younger girls just look at the older girls and they say, that's where I want to be.
Right.
Just show me what it takes, and they're willing to dig in and do the work. And just real quick, talk about the 3 girls I had on here. Skylar. Is she the leader of this team?
Absolutely. I was you sort of know who's doing what, who's scoring, and you don't see the numbers till the end of the game, Maybe she wasn't a shining as far as points tonight, but she does it in so many other ways. Some nights it's 25 points and 10 rebounds. The other nights it's, tonight 7 points, but how many rebounds did she have? How key was she to the defense and kind of getting to Sarah and Sydney, and she's our leader. She's our pulse.
Yeah, we were talking about Jade Parsons, Jerry. What do you think of her as a player?
Well, so I've had the opportunity to watch her grow, for the last 3 years. So if you had told me that she'd be where she's at today, 3 years ago, I might have questioned that.
Right.
But
yeah.
it's tremendous. Kudos to her for the work she's put in, the work you guys have put in to develop her. And, she's a force offensively, and, she can control the board. So really impressed with the way, not just her, a lot of the girls have developed, and not even over the years, just this year.
Yeah.
And watching them from our first game, our first matchup, to how they've developed. And what really has impressed me as a team, from an identity standpoint, we talk identities for teams all the time. You were, from my perspective, a team that thrived off your defense. And, the last game, you played a half-court game, and you executed flawlessly, right? Tonight, you pushed the tempo, and you didn't allow Red Jacket to set up defensively. So
that was our game strategy.
Do you go into a game saying, all right, we want to force South Seneca to play a half-court set? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
do we want to push the tempo?
Right.
I don't know. So
might just want to stay home.
It's a great thing to have. Going to that next matchup. I don't know what the winner of this game is going to do.
I know.
But Jade Parsons has worked hard, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is what happens when you work hard.
She has worked hard.
You probably don't get here without her.
No. That's the message you tell the kids. There's a certain point in the season when you think they can handle that type of message, and those are the exact words you say. We can't do this without you. And if I got to do it without you, then I got to know, because, they start to develop dependent on each other.
Yep.
They become dependent on each other. And if they're not showing up, I'd rather a kid just say, I can't handle this. You know, I just can't, and be honest, you know.
But the nice thing about the team, though, is, you know, having played you don't go in saying, I have to shut this person down to win.
Right.
You can't shut 5 kids down or 6 kids or 7 kids, which, you know, from a scouting, coaching matchup, it's difficult. So hats off to you guys, and, and everything you've done.
Thank you.
The last thing, though, because heading into this year, when I looked at the roster, and I said to myself, I think these guys could be a lot better than people think. The one person that stood out to me as being, like, grossly underrated, and I'm glad that she's proved me right, is Jenna McDonald. And she won the MVP of the Class C2 tournament, and just talk about her development and what she means to the team.
Loss of words, what she means to the team, you know. And so she just needs. She's the type of player. She's not a vocal leader. If you watch her, right? She's not a vocal leader. She's not the type that's going to bring the team in and rally them and kind of be the cheerleader. But she'll lead. When you tell her to do something, she'll lead by example, and they will all follow. Yep. You know, if you tell her go get a steal, she'll go get a steal. You know, and so, and that's the relationship I've learned how to coach a play like that. Now, as a coach, you say that great. You wish you had players like that all the time. Tell them what to do, and they'll go do it. But that's the way she responds, and that's the way she leads this team. And you know, they're very protective over her. You know, kind of because. You know, they know they need her, and they know that she leads in that silent way, but she's fun to coach. She's fun to coach.
Well, amazing. 3 straight sectional championships for South Seneca in your program, Coach. Congratulations. Thanks. It's been a pleasure to watch over the last 3 years. And this, so far, you know, here we go again. Let's see how far we can go.
Let's see how far we can go.
Yep.
Why not?
So that's Heather Mott with us after her 3rd straight sectional. Don't you want to get in with your team? Celebrate?
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Congrats.
So, Jerry, we'll get out of here, too, in a second. I mean, I guess we said it all by now. It's just an amazing program, and they did it the first year. They brought everybody back, so everybody expects you to do it the second year. Then they lose so many seniors, and then they come back and win it again. And, you know, I don't know if anybody will ever win another sectional title in Class C2 besides South Seneca at this point, because they rolled to it.
Yeah, I think there's a, you know, speaking personally, I think there's a difference though, coming in as what were they, the 3 seed?
Yeah.
As the 3 seed winning
fourth
seed winning it versus winning it as a 1 seed. I've had the opportunity to win on both ends, and you know it's a little more rewarding and fulfilling when nobody's counting you in. Right. Versus, you know, having everybody chase you. So just great job by Coach Mott and the entire staff at South Seneca for having the girls prepared and continue to develop throughout the year.
And also, should mention before we get off the air, great job by the Red Jacket Indians getting to the sectional final. They'll return a majority of their roster next year. And looking ahead to next year, the Finger Lakes West girls basketball should be a lot of fun to follow again. So we're going to step aside here. Again, in about an hour or so, they're going to be on the air again at the Blue Cross Arena. Our second crew of Brendan Harrington and Tani Robinson is they'll call the Clyde Savannah Golden Eagles final against Honeoye, the Honeoye Bulldogs, in all Wayne Finger Lakes final in Class D1. Earlier today, it was the Wayne Eagles going back-to-back, winning their 2nd straight Section 5 Class A2 title with a 57-54 win over Northeast Douglas College Prep. And here at Rush Henrietta, it was the South Seneca Lady Falcons with a 55-36 win as they capture their 3rd straight Section 5 Class C title. So for my broadcast partner, Jerry Anderson, we'll be back in about an hour and a half it'll be about 2 hours probably for the girls Class B final featuring the Mid-Lake Screaming Eagles against the Bath Haverling Rams. For Jerry Anderson, for Jeremy Hunt manning the camera tonight, and for everybody here at FingerLakes1.com, have a great afternoon.